Underage drinking is one of the most common pastimes of teenagers today. In fact, according to pediatrician Carolyn Bernstein, alcohol is one of the most frequently abused substances among teenagers today. 1/3 of high school seniors admit to having alcohol, and 25% admit to binge drinking, which is having more than 5 drinks at a time. In recent years, the age of a person's first drink is decreasing. According to the Journal of Law, Medicine, and Ethics, the average age of first drink has decreased from 17 and a half in 1965 to under 16 in 2002. The age has continued to decrease and leaves a social drinking cost of $53 billion. Many people engage in underage drinking without ever considering the cost of what they're doing. I know that drinking is a huge problem here in Iran and all over the country, and after hearing my speech, I hope that my audience understands the serious dangers that underage drinking causes. Perhaps the most obvious consequence of underage drinking are the legal troubles that you will face if you are caught. Municipal Judge Lisa Coates said in the Akron Journal in Ohio that it doesn't take a lot of alcohol to get you in a lot of trouble. In fact, for your first offense, you can be fined $500, have 12 hours of community service, be forced to take an alcohol awareness class, and have your driver's license suspended for an entire month. These consequences get even worse if you were caught drinking and driving, doubling the fine and the time your license is suspended. Repeat offenders suffer far more just than those who were simply caught with alcohol the first time. In fact, the fine increases 400%, and you can be sent to jail for up to 6 months. While these consequences seem bad, they can only get worse. If you're involved in a drunk driving accident and kill the other driver, you are charged with vehicular manslaughter, and you could be sent to prison for years. And while this doesn't seem so bad, I mean, your juvenile record should be sealed, sometimes things get out, as was the case with Gina Grant. Attorney John Ventura relates the story of Gina Grant, a young woman from South Carolina who wanted to go to Harvard. She was accepted into Harvard, but that acceptance was revoked when news got out of her high school arrest. Having drunk driving convictions can also increase insurance rate and keep you from getting the certain job, or, in Gina's case, from the school you really wish to go to. While legal troubles seem formidable, the behavioral and psychological problems are much worse. According to Reducing Underage Drinking, the Role of Law, published in the Journal of Law, Medicine, and Ethics, underage alcohol use is associated with suicide, violence, academic failure, and other problems. Underage drinking can lead to dangerous behavior. In her article, Underage Drinking, pediatrician Carolyn Bernstein discusses how underage drinking can lead to driving drunk, riding with drunk drivers, not wearing seatbelts, carrying weapons, and fights and attempted suicide. In the book Underage Drinking, the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism states that these behaviors lead to nearly 5,000 deaths in people under age 21. This number includes 1,900 homicides, 1,600 vehicle crashes, 300 suicides, and hundreds more from injuries, falls, burns, and drowning related to drinking. Also, the younger the person who is drinking, the more likely they are to engage in this dangerous behavior. Starting drinking at a young age increases the risk of alcohol dependency and substance addiction. People who admitted to drinking before the age of 15 were 4 times more likely to becoming addicted to alcohol. And quite possibly the most serious problem with alcohol is the physical consequences. And the underage drinking causes brain damage. In an article published in Alcohol Research and Health titled The Effects of Alcohol on Physiological Processes in Biological Development, research was found that suggests adolescents may be sensitive to some of alcohol's more harmful effects. Dr. Bernstein reported that brain scans show abnormalities in structure and volume in patients who begin drinking at an early age. Further studies support that alcohol inhibits brain development, and underage drinkers had a hard time learning new skills or remembering new information. Underage drinking can also lead to severe liver damage. Liver enzymes were higher in young adolescents who drank, and these high liver enzymes can lead to cirrhosis and possibly total liver failure. Underage drinking also causes serious growth and development problems. In the article, The Effects of Alcohol on Physiological Processes in Biological Development, evidence is presented that shows that alcohol consumed during rapid times of growth, such as puberty, really disrupts normal growth. Studies have shown that alcohol ingestion reduces the levels of testosterone in males and estrogen in females. In a normal individual, these hormones promote the secretion of other growth hormones vital to organ development. However, in a person without the correct levels, serious developmental problems can occur. Underage drinking can have serious consequences that teenagers must be aware of. Underage drinking is a very common part in most of our lives. Even if you don't drink, you know someone who has drunk underage. And while it seems like alcohol is just a normal part of growing up, it really has serious consequences. And while you think this won't happen to you, as Judge Lisa Coates put it to the teenagers of Ohio, it could happen to any one of you.